And now we will have Mr. Charles Griffith, the Honourable Mr. Charles Griffith, Minister of Sports, Youth, Culture and Empowerment, to give future address.
All protocols being established, good evening. However, I want to recognize Ambassador Yang and to say that I'm very, very pleased to be here this evening as it relates to this new initiative. I believe that every sports minister should start his year in the way how I'm starting mine, thanks to the People's Republic of China. So I thank you, sir. First, we have the national stadium that is on track, thanks to the People's Republic of China. And now this evening I'm here with this initiative where we have a storage facility and Master Wu being on island to assist with table tennis. Now, I believe that in order to grow any sport that you should start at the grassroots level, in our case at community level. And as past president would have mentioned, we had a meeting at my ministry and he came with a proposal and I said, let's go further than that. And one of the things that I'm proposing for this year is to have 30 tournaments across this island, one in every constituency, culminating in a national championship in November. So we have a long run-up in terms of practice, in terms of preparing for that particular championship tournament. Now, one of the things that is lacking on island is the resources to do exactly what I'm asking for. And this is a shortage of table tennis boards to service island-wide. Now, at the National Sports Council, we are tasked with developing the sports on island. And even though we have coaches that are paid to do that, there's still a shortfall in relation to how we treat to developing the sports at grassroots level. And one of the things that I have started in the ministry is what I'm calling a community coaches program. What do I mean? Outside of our coaches at the National Sports Council, we're looking to train coaches outside of the council to go into the communities to trigger the start of sport in locations where they were not usually being played. And we have started with 20 or so football coaches in the program. We've also done some work with road tennis to have road tennis and football being played in every single community. And I'm suggesting this evening that we are lucky to have Master Wu on island, and it is my hope, and I'm hoping and proposing that we do a training of trainers program for coaches for the community in this island. So, what I'm saying is that we can have 30 coaches drawn from the same constituencies that will be involved in the tournament to come to a particular program for a period of time, be trained by Master, and then we have them at the community level preparing our youngsters for this particular tournament. In addition to that, a number of locations that we will be proposing to have these programs are embedded in the community, and I'm hoping that the primary schools can get involved in the process in terms of that particular training at community level. But oftentimes we concentrate on the players and the adults, or the value added is not in place. Now, President would have mentioned that we're going to several championships in the not too distant future. But how many of those championships would have a Bajan or a Barbadian, if you want to go that way, as a referee, as an official? So we need to look at the value added and to try to see that those persons who are involved in table tennis right now, that you come back and look to see how you can get involved at the official level. Because we not only need to export our players and to have our players at the international level, but when you see these competitions, there must be a flavor of Barbadianism involved in the process. So you must see a Bajan being the referee, a Bajan being the official. And I'm suggesting that we can look at that going forward, not only the players, but the developing our officials to be involved in the process. Now, one of the things that I want to see again as the Minister of Sports, sports tourism is important for us. And the fact that we have a master coach on island, and the past president would have mentioned the fact that at 11 tournament persons were pleased about where we were in terms of the development, that we should be staging on an annual basis competitions in Barbados that include persons from within the islands, not only because of the tourism factor, but it would provide an opportunity for our players to hone their skills against other players. So you come here and you practice and you're a national player, but then you're only playing other national players on a continual basis. And the only competition that you get is if you go to these tournaments that are being touted now. One of the things we need to do is to have 6 or so Caribbean teams come to Barbados to stage a tournament. We have the gymnasium that is available, the floor is much bigger than this, the facilities can house a couple thousand persons. Why not look at having that type of competition on island? And if we can do this all along, what we're doing is boosting the level of our players and trying to ensure that more persons on island get involved in the discipline of table tennis. And we need to do that. We need to have table tennis, like I said, not only at community level, but in every single primary school across this country. Because the only way that we're going to grow the sport of table tennis is if we have the numbers, the requisite numbers involved in the sport coming up the ranks. And I've always said that in the ministry, one of the things that we're looking for is to find that diamond in the rough that we can shine up and have them grow. And the only way we're going to do that is if we expose it at every single level. So again, I don't want to prolong this evening, but I want to say thank you to the People's Republic of China for the gesture in terms of having a storage facility and bringing Master Wu. And I hope that at the end of your stay, Master Wu, that we see notable change in terms of how we play the game of table tennis in Ireland. Unfortunately, I don't know how to racket, but I'm sure that there are a whole set of people on Ireland that will be involved in the process. And the only way to move is to have it seen and have it played all across the island. So yes, you have a central location here as your home, but I need to have table tennis across the island. And I promise you that all the assistance that you will need coming from central government to ensure that we can grow table tennis will be provided through the National Sports Council and through Central Ministry, as well as I'm sitting in the chair as Minister. Because we need to have persons involved in the process. It is not only the fact that it is a sport, but one of the things is that the discipline that is involved in sports is necessary now for our young people to be able to embrace that and to move to the other level. The Commonwealth would have designated 2023 as the year of youth, and I fully plan to use that as a catalyst to move all sports in this country forward, and all sports include table tennis. I thank you.